This is an instructional video on creating a new map on Carto, a freemium mapping platform available on Carto.com. To begin, you want to log into your Carto.com account by clicking on the white login link on the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This video assumes that you have already created an account with the platform and will not cover that material. When you log in, you are automatically taken to your Maps page. Here, you can view all of the maps you have already created on Carto, or you can create a new map by clicking this blue button in the upper right-hand corner labeled New Map. When you click the New Map button, you will be prompted to select a dataset for your new map. You may choose from the datasets that you have already uploaded, the Carto.com library, which is a collection of free datasets available to Carto.com members, or you can add a new dataset. To learn more about adding a new dataset to Carto, please watch the previous Adding a Dataset to Carto video. For this video, we will be using the dataset that has already been uploaded, titled Data Librarianship Acre Dataset 5. When you've selected your dataset, click the blue Create Map button on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Once you've pressed the Create Map button, you will be brought to your new map. This map is automatically created using a Voyager Basemap or a background map, and the markers are 7 pixels wide in a light red with white 1 pixel wide borders. It is also made as an untitled map. So one of the first things you will want to do is to change the name of the map. To do that, click the 3 dots here next to the title of the map. This will say More Options. Select Rename from the top of the More Options drop-down menu. For this video, we will call this map Acre for Data Librarianship. And then press Enter. Now that you've changed the name of your map, you will want to change the base map. Again, the base map is the map that is displayed underneath of your data markers. Carto breaks base maps down by the source, including Carto, Stamen, and Here. Each of these create base maps that are available under the Style option down here. Carto also allows you to use a solid color, which is marked by this paint bucket. You can select the color that you wish to use below. Custom, which lets you add the URL of a base map that you would like to use. NASA, which creates a worldview map from a date and time of your choice. Tile.json, as well as Mapbox, which let you put the URLs of maps from other sources. And finally, WMS/WMTS, which likewise allows you to add a URL for the map source you would like to use. For this map, we will be using Carto as a source and their Voyager Light style. This is much like the original Voyager base map, but without the administrative labels, like roads or city names. Once you have chosen a base map that works best for your purposes, you can focus on your data layer. From this original Maps page, you have the option to hide the layer, pressing this I, or to make it visible again, by pressing the I again. If you click the 3 dots on the side, you will have more options, which will allow you to edit the layer, collapse the layer, rename the layer, export the data from the layer, and also to center the map on that layer. If you click on this layer here, you have several options to stylize and analyze your map. Carto automatically loads the Style tab, although there are several options to choose from to look at your data. For instance, the Data tab creates widgets or components of the interface that enables users to perform a function with the data. There's also the Analysis tab, which performs analyses on your dataset. Georeferencing, or aligning your markers with coordinates or place names, is a form of analysis on Carto that has already automatically happened to your map. You can use analysis to create and clean your data, to analyze and predict with your data, and also to transform your data. Once you have chosen the appropriate analysis, click the blue Add Analysis button to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. For this video, we will just stick to the georeferencing analysis, which has already been completed. Next is the Style tab. Under this, you can change the look of your markers. This is done in 2 to 3 parts, the first of which is aggregation. Your options include maps, which creates dots on the map, squares, which creates color-coded squares, hexbins, which creates color-coded hexagons, administrative districts, which creates administrative districts color-coded by polygons, animated, which is especially helpful when you have a data set with longitudinal data or data that has been collected over time, and finally a heat map, which can be adjusted for different colors and degrees. For this video, we are just going to choose by points. So under points, you can adjust the style of your markers. This includes the size and the color of your marker fill. For this video, we will adjust the size to 10 pixels, which can be done by value or to all markers. And we will adjust the color to a purple, which we can enter by using this color wheel, by entering the hexadecimal code, or by entering the RGB code. You can also adjust the transparency of your markers here. We're going to enter the hexadecimal code 581476, which should create a purple colored map. You can also change the stroke or border of your markers in this second option. It is automatically a 1 pixel white border, which means that you can change the size of the pixels here or change the color by again using this color wheel, the hexadecimal code, or RGB. For our map, we will keep it at 1 pixel wide, but we will change the color to a gray, which is in the hexadecimal code 696969. Additionally, you can change the blending of your markers by selecting the blending drop-down menu. This means that you are changing the areas where the markers overlap depending on which option you think will best fit your project. For this video, we will keep it to no blending. Also under Style, you can add labels to your map. This requires you to select a column for the label, and it also lets you adjust the font and color and other effects for the labels on your map. For this video, however, we will not have any labels. I'd also like to point out that at the bottom of the panel, you can toggle a CSS switch that allows users who are familiar with CSS or cascading style sheets to change the code to their markers more directly. Also at the bottom is an undo and redo function that can be used at any time on this layer. The next tab is for the pop-up layer. This is for an optional pop-up window for each data point. There are 2 options for the pop-up windows: click, which is open when the user clicks on a marker, and hover, for when a user hovers over a marker. The click pop-up window has 4 design options: light, which is a white background with black font; dark, which is a black background with white font; pop-up with header, which changes the color of the pop-up window header to one of your choice; and pop-up header header image, which shows an image on the header and requires the image URLs to be used in the dataset. For this video, we're going to use a dark click pop-up window. Also under Style, you can adjust the size of your window if you would rather it be bigger or smaller. For this video, we're going to keep it to 226. Once the style has been selected for your pop-up window, you can then add items to be shown in the window. You can check each item that you want shown by selecting the check mark on the left-hand side of the screen. You can also change the title of each item so that it appears in a new style or new title in the pop-up window. This will not affect the field names on your datasheet. You may also rearrange these items so that they are in the order that best fits your needs. This is done by dragging each item to the desired location. Similar to the Style tab, at the bottom of the Pop-up tab, you can go into the HTML editor. If you would like to refine the content of your pop-up window, you can go to this editor and adjust the pop-up window manually. Just be sure to use the correct tags that are listed in Carto. The hover pop-up window has similar but fewer settings to the click pop-up window. For instance, you may only choose a light hover window or the dark hover window. And you cannot adjust the size of the hover window once you have selected your style. Like the pop-up window, however, the hover allows you to select which items you would like to include. Similarly, it lets you toggle the HTML switch so that you can change the editor manually. The final tab on the data layer is Legend. This allows you to add a legend or key to your map's markers. This is typically color-coded and includes the names of variables that are changed. Depending on the type of map you create, you may also have the option to change the size of your legend as well. Once again, if you would like to center your map on this selected layer, just click the symbol next to the 3 dots here, and also by the layer name, and that will center your map on this layer. Once you've edited your data layer to match your needs, you can go back and edit some of the options for the map overall. For instance, you can use the map options by clicking the symbol that looks like 2 toggle switches on the left panel underneath of this pencil button. Under map options, you can toggle the search box, zoom controls, legends, layer selector, which is for if you have multiple layers that you would like the users to be able to toggle between, the toolbar, as well as the scroll wheel zoom, which is the scrolling zoom function that you use on your mouse or trackpad. Users of Carto's free version are unable to toggle off the Carto logo, so it is unable to be checked or unchecked here. For this video, we will toggle off the search box, legends, and the toolbar. If you would like to take actions that will affect your entire map, you can click the 3 dots next to the map's title. We have seen this previously when we renamed the map. In addition to renaming the map, you can duplicate it, edit its metadata, download the map, export an image of the map, or delete the map. Once you are comfortable with how your map looks, you can publish it by clicking the blue Publish button on the bottom of the editing panel. Be sure to click the blue Publish button on the upper left-hand side of the screen in order to finalize the publishing. Notice here that the map is public. This is because all free maps on Carto are publicly available. Once your map is published, you may get the link here and copy it, or you can embed it using an iframe and putting it into the HTML of your website. Thank you for watching this video on how to create a map on Carto.